The family is the cornerstone of society. In the African tradition, a family is considered incomplete until it's blessed with children. The joy of having children, therefore, is something that cannot be gainsaid. However, having children can at times present with challenges, as happens when a family is blessed with a child with disability. This could happen at any stage of the child's life. Like other children, children with special needs require care, love and support. They expect warmth and tenderness from their parents. Alex Wainaina and his wife Emily, who live in Nairobi, were delighted when their family was blessed with identical twins over a decade ago. The sons, Kelvin and Mark, looked healthy at birth. But unknown to the parents, the twins suffered from a rare condition called muscular dystrophy, which has no cure. Soon after, the condition claimed Mark at the operating table. After 5 years, Kelvin had difficulty walking or standing upright, and medical assistance had to be sought urgently.
Regarding Kamau, he was born 11 years ago. He was born with a twin brother, Mark Moirore, and they actually were twin brothers, identical twin brothers. They were born here in Nairobi. And in 2005, the other twin brother, Mark Moirore, passed away. And the doctors made us to understand that he passed away due to complications arising from a condition called muscular dystrophy. By then, both boys were walking. But then, we did not know they had muscular dystrophy. By the time Kevin Kamau was 5 years, that is when we started noticing he could not walk well.
What brings this story to the fore is the Act of Philanthropy by Maria and Ezekiel Esipisu, a Kenyan couple who live in Pretoria, South Africa. Touched by the plight of their son Ethan, who was diagnosed with severe disability at an early age, the couple looked for a way of giving back to humanity in honor of their son. This is how Ethan Mwalimu Foundation was born, with the aim of assisting children with special needs.
Ethan is our second-born child with Maria. Ethan was diagnosed as having a severe disability condition, which the neurosurgeon said is called Magenis syndrome. Raising up Ethan for the last 10 years has been a journey that we would like to share with different kinds of people, and this is what has motivated me and Maria to establish a foundation dedicated to children with severe disability, just like Ethan, which we are calling the Ethan Mwalimu Foundation.
Today, the foundation provides such children with wheelchairs and other equipment to make their lives adaptable to their daily needs.
I'm very excited to be here with Kelvin, who is the first beneficiary of my project in celebration of my special son Ethan Mwalimu turning 10 years. I met Kelvin through some friends, my sister's friends, and it was nice getting the contacts and talking to the parents and later meeting here for the assessment. It has been a short and worthwhile journey, and I really appreciate APDK for the help of having assessed him, and now we have a new nice wheel.
To kickstart the donations, Maria and family found no better time than on the occasion of Ethan's 10th birthday. At the APDK Nairobi, Kelvin Kamau was the first beneficiary. He received a wheelchair worth over 20,000 shillings to facilitate his mobility to school and within the environs.
Please come here. When you want baby to sit down,
yes,
you have to remove this one first.
Okay, I remove this one
You
first.
remove this nut.
Okay.
Before you remove it, you lift this one a bit, you tilt it. Then you remove the nut, then the table comes out so easily. So the baby is ready to sit down here. This is a cushion. So it is written front and there is back.
Okay, yes.
So you don't put it upside down. You see here there are some modifications to relieve pressure on pressure areas.
Okay, on the pressure areas.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's why it's modified like that.
An overly delighted Kelvin's father thanked Maria and family for the overwhelming gesture.
We are hopeful that maybe the future will be good. No, we know that the future will be good because God is there and friends like you are there, and we are really thankful for all of that.
But perhaps the joy that awaited Maria's arrival for a similar presentation in Manyata, Embu County was more heart-rending. Songs to thank the Lord rent the air as the affected children were tenderly made to sit on the wheelchairs, while some received special equipment in line with their needs. When she rose to speak, Maria appealed to fellow Christians to also reach out and give a helping hand to the families of physically challenged children through visits, moral and material support.
Akristo wa Manyata mukaririkana ciana ino na especially aciari yao mugerikomenda mukageria kumatethia na maundu mama manini maundu maria manini ungivota gutethia muciari ta wa mwana uyu anane kumuvisit kuthie kumukethia kuona mwana wake ankorwa ni Christmas mukageria kumaririkana na mavoa na twenda tudini.
Parents also received tips on how to adjust and maintain the wheelchairs for better use by their children. At the close of the occasion, Maria received a memento from the parents and the church fraternity with an averment that they lacked a better way to thank her. Equally, those whose children benefited were lost for words.
Tumeshukuru sana. Ile mwathani ya murathime mwana na babengi nitona no atikira maundu manene tondu takorwa ni kugura ino andingise ningi arutambia ko nanga ya mongerere mebaka. Anani ni gucokia ngatho muno tondu korwa ni kugura katika kandigo na njia cia kugura. Ngai akurathime na akongera mebaka kanje.
Thank you very much.
The follow-up visits brought out in vivid detail the bottlenecks faced by families in giving care and support to children with special needs. In some cases, such problems proved insurmountable, leading to family separation.
Nae muthiku na gugu kiriari twavitania na muthuri nondu wa mwana uyu ekarake ndivaga nondu wake tutweka ana nu arwaraga muno mara ningomire thibitari ngenuka ndiathiragia mithenya iri ndai mukomu ruga sakasari icio cia kurwara na gukoma amambukirira muno nginya na ngina maja kumbira nginya mbi icio mwana ucio arite cia mathibitari na gukarugu arwaraga aningi mama ingi amaguriru mugunda nginya ngina akinyire vandu akimbira gwakete gwa cionje ndire cionje gwetu nikuo gwa cionje.
In most of the homesteads visited, poverty was seen as a major obstacle to the upkeep of children with disability. This is underlined by the fact that raising such children calls for the enormous use of financial resources, which are not readily available in the locality.
Kuna watoto wawili, mmoja anaitwa Morris Mwethi, mwingine anaitwa Wycliffe Kenywa. Na Morris ndiye akona shida ya kutembea, na tangu utotoni amekuwa akitembea na shida kidogo kidogo. Na sasa ningesema shukrani kwa kumtembelea na kututembelea, sababu naona inaonekana mna njali wale watu ambao wako na shida kama yeye. Mama alitoroka sababu ya hiyo shida ya mtoto kutotembea, na najikakamua tu angalau niweze kumsaidia.
Financial constraints equally affect the organizations dealing with specially challenged children. Maurice Karani, a volunteer orthopedic technologist at the Association for the Physically Disabled of Kenya clinic in Embu for the last 4 years, now contemplates quitting with no funds in sight to hire him.
I like children with a disability. I like people with a disability, and that's why I went to school and took orthopedic technology. Orthopedic technologists, we are in one rehabilitation team, of which we have orthopedic, physiotherapist, and occupational therapist. But the main problem is that I'm not employed. Currently, I'm not employed. I've been working as a volunteer for 4 years, since 2011 up to date. And as much as I can like children with a disability, imefika mahali naona ni kama sitaendelea, sababu life is still continuing, and I'm still on the hands of my parents. So I want to leave the place because I have no salary for my upkeep, and then go to business.
The issue of children with disability is one that gives concern to the entire community, perhaps due to the emotional, social, and economic circumstances surrounding it. Alvan Nyaga, a retired teacher and educationist, took charge of special needs education at one point in his career and wishes to share his experience.
Most of the disabled children come from very, very poor families. And traditionally, some people even thought these disabled were a kind of a curse. So they used to hide them until maybe we were told there was one. After we were told there was one in a place, we went, visited them, talked to them, the need for being with them.
Maria and Ezekiel Esipisu have a desire to help as many children with special needs as possible throughout the country, courtesy of the Ethan Mwalimu Foundation.
The most important thing, having brought up and living with my special child, is to bring some inspiration and a smile to kids with special needs and their families. Most of them hurting and not having really many people caring about them. The best thing I would want for Kelvin and the family and my other clients is to look at me and say, we met this stranger lady who we didn't know, but may God bless her soul. I think for me, heaven is on earth if I can actually give a smile and hope to this family.
Our desire is to reach thousands and thousands of children whom we know are there. Some are in special education facilities, some have been hidden away from the formal world, but we want to reach them, as many of them as possible. And we know there's need based on what we've seen so far. We know there's demand for this service, and we know that when we've given this to the 20 children that we have so far given, they have been very appreciative. They have sent back messages saying this has been a big change in our lives. We know just by raising Ethan that actually his everyday situation, it's a routine for us. He wakes up in the morning, we know he must take medicine at 7, we know he needs to do certain things at certain times, and so we exactly realize this is the same issue those other parents are going through. Their life and their children's lives are intertwined by that disability issue. So I just want to appeal to different kinds of donors who can intervene on various initiatives so long as they are focused on helping these families and children that have disability situations or conditions within their households.
In view of the Foundation's goal to assist a very special cadre of mankind, it is our hope that more will come on board to give a helping hand. Long live Ethan Mwalimu Foundation.
Tiga